Hello friends. As you know, I'm originally from Saskatchewan, and so I get a lot of joking, ribbing about the riders and all of that, and that's fun. But with your patience, I'd like to speak to you about a little piece of Saskatchewan I had never seen before. The first week of August, I took some days to be with my family in Saskatchewan, and they had rented a big lodge or chalet. It can sleep 15. It's made for groups, fishing groups, hunting groups, so on. But the point I want to make is that it sits on a high bank above the Saskatchewan River, just north of Melfort, east of Prince Albert. And so it sits on a promontory just above the Saskatchewan River, and it's just forest around. It's just forest, poplars and pines and ravines down to the river. It's just beautiful. And so one of the things that I really enjoyed, apart from just being with my family, was sitting out on the deck early morning, late evening, just looking at the beauty before me. And there's nothing around. We don't see any other cabins or chalets. It's just, yeah. And the quiet, and the reflection, the thinking, the prayer that filled my heart at that moment. It was really wonderful. And so I was thinking about the place of quiet in our lives, and not just the absence of sound, but those times, those experiences by which there is real quiet, silence, allowing us to not just unstress or just debrief, but to really go much deeper, or to allow God in His love to bring us much deeper, much closer to Him. There's a spiritual writer called Richard Rohr, and he speaks about mountaintop experiences. We've heard that expression, you know, a special moment of discovery, of illumination, of insight. And he also speaks, though, for mountaintop experiences, what is needed is sheer silence. And that whole concept of sheer silence. And so in my mind I was thinking, okay, so you walk up the mountain, and probably there's others walking up the mountain with you, and then you choose to go to a ledge, a sheer ledge. You rappel down to a little place where you can sit, and then you just be there in sheer silence. It's sort of a corny image, but okay. But that sense of silence in our lives, as a life-giving choice we should make again and again. You know, we know with the pandemic, many people said it was terrible. You know, there we were, alone, at home, alone, you know, with just those around us, but alone. There was silence. And many filled it with Netflix and other things. But some people chose, and I've heard that, to use that moment of things really calming down. Now, we don't want to go back to that at all, but of that calming down to enter into prayer more fully, into meditation, reflection, speaking to Jesus, turning towards God. But the calm, the quiet that they chose for that. Now, we're coming to the end of a summer, And in summer, of course, many of us, we'd like to take a break. And a break can be sitting on, the deck of our cabin, or can be, canoeing down a river, or can be just sitting and admiring flowers with nothing else around us. Or there may be the buzzing of bees and chirping of birds, but that's still part of silence, okay? But just those moments of reflection, contemplation. And so now, summer's coming to an end, and so pandemic is, receded almost from our memory, and so now our conversations are once again about rat race. Gotta go there, gotta do that, gotta finish this, gotta plan this, gotta. You know what I mean? We're back into that rhythm of living, and those moments of silence, of sheer silence, we really have to choose them. We really have to make those moments of silence. And that's so important, I think, in our journey with one another, in our journey with God, in our journey inward, where we meet God and where we rediscover the beauty of others and what we bring to each other. So as we start this fall, I just invite you to think about the moments of silence, even of sheer silence, and to think, okay, how can that be something not just of the pandemic, not just of a summer break, but a daily rhythm of life, a daily discipline, a daily Christian discipline. It is possible. It is possible. And I would even dare say it's necessary. And so I invite you, as we take up again, not the rat race, it doesn't have to be the rat race, but a full life. That full life has moments of silence, prayer, reflection. And then, having had those, not necessarily mountaintop experiences that are like fireworks going off, but just the daily connecting with God, the daily listening to God, the daily hearing His Word in the Scriptures and in nature, and in reflecting back upon all the ways that we are blessed in our families, blessed in our place in life, blessed in everything, and also in our more difficult moments, blessed with God who gives us strength and wisdom as how to live through in love very difficult moments, times of our lives. It's offered to us. We have to choose it. But silence doesn't just happen. Not sheer silence. Not the silence that brings us to the heart of God and the heart of who we are and the heart of that to which we are called in our everyday life. I wish you good moments of sheer silence. And I also want to take this opportunity right at the end to recognize that at this time we're hearing much about the fire in Maui, the incredible loss of life and property, but the incredible loss of life, and to pray for them. I invite you to pray for all of those people, the ones who died, their families, the community, and all that will unfold in terms of, well, what does this mean? What is God saying to us about the environment, about how we treasure His gift? But it's such a moment of sorrow and tragedy. I invite you, in your moments of silence, to pray for the people of Maui, and for all people in our world who are really in danger because of climatic events, fires, floods, tornadoes, all of that. So let us pray, but again, pray especially for the people of Hawaii at this time. Thank you.